Hello, everyone. My name is Gus.
Hi, I'm Woody.
Today we have a really, really good video to react to because, you know, in the past people have been criticizing us that you guys are idiots. You're reacting to AI videos.
Yes.
Well, this one we know for sure is not AI because we're in it. And this also satisfies all the other people who are like, how come you guys never post videos of you diving? I bet you're horrible. I mean, we are, but that doesn't mean that that's the reason why we don't post videos.
You know how in some sports or activities, for some reason, you just have an on day, right? It could be pickleball. It could be a golfer. Like you feel like you're doing the same things in today's golf game, but for some reason you played amazing today. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know what was
some
different.
days you're just on.
It just, everything clicked. That's how this dive felt for me. I don't know why. It just, the moment I got in the water, I'm like, the gear feels perfect, the trim, the movement. I love the dive itself. I love who I was diving with.
Oh my God.
Right?
That's
so
the best
whole
part.
spirit of this dive for me was like, because this was when I used to cave dive. Remember those days when I used to cave dive? And I loved it.
Yeah.
You know, that was, before I retired and from cave diving. And it was just, I don't know. So my reaction really, I haven't seen it. I don't know. I mean, you may show me and I may be a disaster and look like I usually do. Horrible, right?
Well, let me tell people what we're about to watch. So what we're about to react to, and you're going to watch with us, is a subset, a small chunk of an episode of Jonathan Bird's Blue World where we collaborated. We dove together. This isn't the first time we do it. This is like third or fourth. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But we are collaborating on a legendary cave diving route at Madison Blue called Rocky Horror. And I've talked about that route in the past, and we talked to them. They've never done it. And we were like, guys, let's just get together and do it.
Yeah.
And so we did. We got together and went and did it. But again, if you want to watch the whole episode, I'm going to leave it up here so you can check it out. Definitely go check it out because they do such a good job with these episodes.
They do.
We're only reacting to the dive portion of it, but there's a lot of stuff that happened behind the scenes, like before we even got there, how we prepare for it. You can see us assembling rebreathers. We're skipping all that stuff.
And wouldn't you say that the four of us are nonstop laughing?
I mean, it's
all through the day. Do you have?
It's such a blast.
All we do is have a good time, as
Exactly.
cave diving should be.
Right.
It feels so good to all be with each other. We're cool. We're relaxed. We're laughing. We're enjoying.
It's awesome.
Nobody's competing. Let's film it. It's just a really positive vibe, and maybe that's why I was on.
By the way, they also show our van, the Dive Talk van, which we haven't featured on the channel yet.
Did they film it in the inside of it?
No, not the whole thing. But if you want to check out the van, go check out Jonathan Byrne and subscribe to their channel, of course. But anyway, so here we are at Rocky Horror, and let's just watch, and we can pause and talk about it along the way.
Okay.
All right?
Breathable gas.
They're getting ready. Now, one of the things I want to add in here.
You could pause and explain that if you wanted to.
Just wait until they show a little bit of where we are. So, all right, so I'll pause right here for a second. So where we are, there's two main entrances at Madison Blue. One is the main spring entrance, and the other one is this hole that is a few hundred feet into the cave called Mart Sink.
Yeah.
Mart Sink saves you like a while of swimming against the current because they don't allow scooters, DPVs, inside of Madison Blue. So because of that, we go into this entrance. Now, the pro of it is you get to swim a lot less. You get to not kill your legs swimming in there. But the con of it is it's a smaller entrance. So you can only get ready.
Tiny, really.
You can only get ready like 2 divers at a time tops. Yes. So in this case, Woody and I pair up together and we went down first and we're just waiting down there for them. Why? Because the dive was going to be only like 2 hours or less. And our rebreathers can go for 6.
Plus, we were actually testing, if you recall, a Orca torchlight,
new
Orca torchlight.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
So we were like, hey, guys, so Woody and I will get ready first, and we're just going to go down and wait for you. And we were waiting for a while. So he actually references that. So that's how this part starts.
Oh, really?
So
okay.
let's just watch.
That's good.
So you see, that's the size of the hole. It's not
We're
really
taking
big.
so long that eventually Gus pops back up to check if we're having a problem.
Oh, there we go.
You
No
guys
problem.
alive?
Because
Just
you're
slow.
not patient.
That's not.
Once we're
I
ready,
was concerned.
Gus leads the way. I am super excited. We're finally cave diving.
You can see it's a straight down chimney
Now,
base.
they may say, oh, well, Woody's waiting down there by himself, solo diving. I never saw. I'm right. I'm literally
Yeah, right down
20 seconds below you.
there. Yeah.
I'm looking up and seeing
Todd
you
follows
guys.
Gus, and I follow Todd. Woody said this entrance was really tight, so it actually seems bigger than I expected.
Well, it's tighter than the
Well,
big
I
one,
mean, it's-
than the main one.
Yeah.
The entrance opens up into a slot. It's not tall, but it's wide and super easy in side mount.
Yes. This is so cool, by the way.
Yeah.
When I reach the bottom, Woody leads the way. Mart's sink is in a side tunnel, so we have to swim about 100 feet to reach the main tunnel.
They are amazing. I mean, this is really good video.
I know.
When we reach the main passageway of the cave, Gus is tying our reel to connect the Mart's passage to the main line in the cave.
Yeah, this is called a
This
jump.
is how we find our way back to the Mart's passage on the way out.
Yep. Really well described, Jonathan. There we go. Time it off.
Once we've tied in and placed markers, Gus leads the way upstream towards Rocky Horror. The
Looking
water
good.
is so clear that it's hard to tell how much flow we're swimming against.
So,
A lot.
river.
We kick hard, but we don't move that fast. Remember, we're swimming through a flow of 750 gallons per second. It's like swimming up a river.
And I want you to
But
pay
because
attention.
we have rebreathers, we're in no rush. And we don't worry about the extra exertion emptying our scuba tanks rapidly
I was just
like
happy,
we would in
man.
open circuit.
I was really happy.
One way to see that the current is
On
ripping,
the bottom, the
is by
sand
looking
has
at the line.
ripples from the water
the
flow,
line shakes.
just like
Or
the
listen.
bottom of a swift river.
Yeah.
Well, he just said that you may want to put that back. That's a
No, yeah,
This
he
is
made.
on a mission, and we have
I
to
wasn't
keep
in a-
up.
Yeah, I mean, like, dude.
I
just
wasn't
look-
in a
Can you
mission.
pause a second? Can we look at the cave?
I look.
Me, Jonathan, and Todd are like, where's he go? I mean, where were you going? Was
You
there
guys are always complaining
was
that I'm
it
going
lunch?
too fast.
You were wanting to get back for lunch? Or?
I'm not. But what I will point out is,
Slow down.
is,
Jonathan, where was he going?
we're not in the same place in the cave. If you look at the camera position on this one. All right, I'm opening the shot again so people
I know
can
you're
see.
using the side.
I'm on the
wall.
right. You're kind of in the middle, right here near the line.
Yeah.
Right. It's called water dynamics. If you can see into the cave, that means the flow is
No,
hitting you
that
straight.
is a true statement, but
Yeah.
that's a true statement. But
So I'm not swimming faster. I'm just out of the flow better than you guys.
where were you going in such a hurry? Was there?
That's not all right.
I don't know what was up. Look at that. Just kicking as hard as you can. Easy.
After a while, we reach a smaller section. Now it's getting fun.
It is. I love this section, by
Yeah.
the way. Are you trying? Do you know I want to go right now?
Of course.
I'm retired. Don't do this.
The cave takes a sharp turn.
That's a cool migration too, isn't it? You turn and then you come up through this next level.
It's nice.
Todd and I always use opportunities like this to play leapfrog and get shots of each other.
They're amazing, aren't they, with those giant cameras?
Unbelievable.
I mean,
Because the cave is smaller, but the amount of water going through it is the same, the flow gets stronger.
I was
Forward progress becomes even more difficult.
I don't know if you can
was, like,
see.
kicking so
I
hard.
don't know if you can see the line how it shakes.
Yeah.
You see how it's just shaking with the flow. It's just a lot of water. You can't tell.
If
but
you
it's
hand me that camera next time, what do you think?
film backwards.
No, I'm going straight down the bottom. I mean, look at that. That's a lot to carry.
We're pulling.
And by
Oh
the
boy,
way, that,
they're gonna be like, you guys touched the rock.
Well, pause that a second. I've seen a lot of the other cave divers in certain sections of these Florida caves pulling.
Of course.
So I just want to say, I'm not saying here, is it right, is it wrong? But, man, every once in a while, that flow is ripping, and you're kind of touching a big rock area, not like a formation. If you notice, I mean, that's not really a formation.
Or the mud,
you just pull. I mean, you have to.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I've seen instructors do that, is what I'm saying.
You and I have talked to people who are considered legends of cave diving. I remember when it was like early on as a cave diver, I remember talking to people that, again, we consider legends and be like, man, how did you get so good at swimming in fast? And they're like, I pull from the rock. And I'm like, oh, I didn't think you touched the rock.
We didn't know.
What are you talking about? Of course we do. Like,
yeah,
I was like, ah.
Yes.
So, yeah, everyone does.
After about 15 minutes swimming upstream in the main tunnel, Gus pulls out another reel and connects to a side passage. This is the passage that leads to Rocky Horror. There's a permanent line in there, but we have to connect to it.
Nice job. Put the line down low, you put a rock on top of it so nobody would get tangled.
I'm hoping that the side passage has less flow, but no such luck.
Yeah, even that's right. You remember, I'm like, when is it going to
floor?
And I messed that up
because
because
did not give us a break that day. The flow was
during
crazy.
the brief, I remember telling you guys, like, I'm pretty sure the side passage to Rocky Horror won't have any flow.
I know.
And then we move. And
I get in it. I'm like,
but I wasn't trying to deceive you guys on purpose. Like, it was one of those where I made the jump because there's no signs there. Right? There's not, and I don't have a map or a GPS. So, like, I'm going by memory. I've done this thing twice or 3 times.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I think it's this way. So I go that way, and then I encounter the flow, and I'm like, I think I messed up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think I made a mistake.
But you didn't.
But
turn
I was
around at all.
committed.
Okay.
No, I was committed. I'm like, wow, we're gonna see where this one goes.
Oh, really? We didn't even know that.
And small passage means we hug the ceiling to limit how much silt we kick up. Even though the flow will carry the silt away from us, it will go downstream and reduce the visibility for other divers.
Because that bottom
we really
is
try our best to keep off the bottom.
Yeah, it's close.
It's silty.
Otherwise, you're going to silt it out.
After a few minutes...
And by the way, can you pause one more second? The other thing that I learned from Florida cave divers, and it may have been Joe Deterri, to be honest, is, hey, kick off the ceiling. If you're really struggling with the flow, there's no formation. Look at that video. You can use it and then kind of kick off the ceiling. I could get destroyed for saying that, but I was told at certain times when it's tight.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of flow, and you're not anywhere where there's a formation. Keep your fins up, because it's way worse to silt it out.
Yeah.
And you can almost like kick a little to move.
I think you will find that the people who may be critical about comments like that, which are totally legit, and I think,
understand that.
And I think why people watch Dive Talk is this is not a secret. We're not editing these videos to make us look good. Like, this is what the dive looked like for real, and we didn't even edit this video. That was Jonathan Bird. But the point is, you have to be aware of the cave that you're diving. All right, is awareness. You need to understand that if you're in a tight environment where you're likely to touch something, and the bottom of it is silt and the top of it is rock, you should hit the rock. If you're going to touch something, you should touch the rock, the part that is not going to kill your visibility.
Exactly.
So,
I'm always concerned because I don't want to hurt it they were filming, right? So I'm like, hey, I don't want to silt this out.
But even if they weren't filming.
But I mean, I really did care about that. Like, they're filming. I don't want to silt it.
Yes.
It's very tight. I would rather be fins up high.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying.
But what I'm saying is,
we're thinking a lot about that while we're diving.
What I'm saying is, the people that are critical about that, like they would see you or me or Todd or whoever pushing off the ceiling in a section like that, are either not cave divers, all right, which is big. They are like, oh, you should never touch the ceiling. They don't even cave dive. Or they're cave divers that pretend they're perfect and they don't touch anything. And if you are perfect and you can go to a place like that and not touch anything, well, you're better than me. Like, I'm okay accepting that. In some of these cases, go through these, even though I'm in side mount, is tight enough that it's up to me. I'm going to either touch the bottom or the ceiling or both. In some cases, it's both. When we go to Woody's room at Peacock,
There's no way.
there's no way
Impossible not
it's
to.
impossible. So if you have a choice, hey, I'm about to hit something, the ceiling or the bottom, hit the stuff that will not silt out the whole
I
place.
know. I think that's an intelligent comment.
That's it.
One stops. Gus points to a small sign. It's the entrance to Rocky Horror.
I was so relieved.
This
I'm like,
passage is so small that a team on the way in cannot pass a team on the way out.
Really, you were relieved
So
when you
only
saw that?
one team can be in there at a time.
that, that's so
the
cool.
position of the clip shows that nobody's in there.
So let me just pause right here so we can read it. The small size of the passage ahead will not permit teams to pass. So like a team is coming, a team is going. There's no room for two people to pass each
No
other.
way.
Yeah. Exiting divers have priority. A dive team is currently out.
Yes.
So when he says that means we're not expecting anyone who's inside to come out and we're going to collide. And I've been lucky enough that the 3 or 4 times or whatever I've done Rocky Horror, I've always found the out, meaning there's no team in there I can go. But I've heard from other divers who have driven all the way to Madison, have been dreaming about doing Rocky Horror, have been expecting this for months, and then they get all the way to this sign, and remember how much swimming we did to get there. And then this says in.
But you would wait for some amount of time.
Well, if you have a rebreather, but a lot of people
Yeah.
do it in
yeah.
open surgery.
That would be terrible.
Yeah. You get there, it's like, oh
my
man,
gosh.
turn around.
Oh, that
Yeah.
would be terrible.
So we can go in.
So we switch it from out to in.
Gus moves the clip to the in position to tell any other divers who might show up that we're in there and they need to wait until we come out.
I love this passage. I do. It's so awesome.
Then
Get
he
ready.
sends
This is
me in
tight.
first.
We sent him in first, by the way, so he could film.
Right. First
Because
first
there is
person.
No way.
It's a tiny tube and my camera barely fits.
Exactly. That's why we
Dude,
sent him in
He's
first.
doing such a good job. Like he's not touching
Oh,
On
anything.
top of
Beautiful.
that, the flow is strong. I can barely make forward progress.
Jonathan, you killed that.
Yeah.
He's turning on his side to get through that little area.
Yeah.
Your videos don't really look like this.
That's weird, right? No, actually, in this video, I filmed too. So this is me filming,
Oh,
and
good
he
job.
he
Wow, I
used,
just look at
he
that.
used my footage in
Yeah, I
some
just
places.
insulted you. That's terrible. You did a good job here.
I see now why they call it Rocky Horror. If you're claustrophobic, you would not like this tunnel. It's small.
It is awesome.
Yeah, you gotta love this thing. It's so good.
The floor of the tunnel is a fine clay, so I try to stay way up at the top.
It'll just be like immediately.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Gus is right behind me, and I feel like I'm holding everyone up. But I want to go really
Gus.
slowly and get a good
I
look.
wasn't thinking
No,
that
I'm
at
just
all.
saying. You're probably,
I stop for
in
a
the
shot.
back cursing a little bit.
It's just a really cool looking passage. Just big enough for a diver.
pretty sure right at that moment I heard you say, "Go!"
No.
Weirdly.
No.
Oh, no, you didn't?
Never rush them.
Did you say you
Some
never
of the
rushed?
sections require
No,
turning
never.
at an angle to fit through.
That's a great shot.
Yeah. This is me filming Todd. He was right behind me.
By the way, don't worry about me. I didn't want to be.
I
in
filmed
the video.
myself in first person too.
I didn't want to
Selfie.
be included in the group. That's cool.
As I move slowly up the passage, I look for a place I might have enough wiggle room to turn just enough to get a shot behind me of Gus. I find a spot, but he can't get past me.
Hi, I'm Woody.
So
Hi, I'm
I
Woody.
keep leaving.
Were you there?
Hi, I'm
Having
Woody.
no idea where I'm going or how long this continues.
Oh yeah, that's true. I'm like, it's like I don't know, like 5 minutes.
And I got another amazing shot of Gus.
That was my
Gus was
description.
incredible during this time.
Soon I find a tiny spot on the side where I can get out of the way and allow the team to pass by
Is
for
Woody-
some shots of everyone else.
Is Woody alive? Is he still?
Were you there?
Yeah, everyone else I want to get a shot of passing by. There's everybody. Nice.
Oh, there's a light. This might be you.
Am I doing
Caught it. No.
Oh, they definitely caught this. Oh my God, I made it? It's tight right there.
It's fun. You shouldn't have touched that.
Now I'm in last place,
There's
and I
no
see
room.
the light at the end of the tunnel. I emerge into an enlarged section of the cave where we can easily turn around. And while this passage continues much further upstream, this is as far as we plan to go today, so we head back downstream through the passage again.
Now it's
This
a river.
time we have the flow pushing us downstream.
Really.
It's
You
fun,
get
but
out.
it wants to smash you into the rocks.
Yeah.
But you get out fast.
Unfortunately, this time we're traveling with our silt as we head downstream. And now that we're out of the narrow passage of rocky horror, Gus has moved the clip back to the out position for the next team. The way home takes a lot less time with the flow pushing us along.
There's you. Right on
We
the cursor.
barely have to
Take it
swim.
easy.
All that effort swimming upstream really pays off
That's
when
a
you
nice
drift
shot.
home.
I'm just kidding. That's great. That looks awesome. Oh, that's amazing right
Our
there.
reel gets us back to the main line, and Gus
such a
at the
good
back of the group collects and spools it up. Todd leads the way on our leisurely trip back to the exit.
We all look great.
So I really like this because again, I was the lineman in this dive, which means I go in first and I go out last. So I get to film everyone going out, and it looks so cool to
Safely
just see
back at
everyone.
the bottom of Mart's sink
in line
we do
getting
our
out.
short decompression and safety stop.
And we made it out. Spoiler alert, we made it out.
Then we ascend back to the sunlight.
That was really fun. Well, Todd, what'd you think?
Oh, that was awesome. That was a great, fun little passage.
Cave diving is not for everyone. And it's hard to explain the feeling of excitement we get from cave diving to non-cave divers.
It is.
Many people wonder why on earth we like to crawl into tiny submerged passages. Maybe it's the thrill of discovery. Perhaps it just brings out the kid in us to see something amazing.
Yes.
Whatever it is, we love it.
Let's go back.
Madison Blue has
out of
many
time.
more passages to explore. So,
that's
we'll
so-
be back to this part of the blue world.
That is
The
exceptional.
that was the main entrance. Yeah, it was awesome, right? That dive was so good.
I really enjoyed that.
Absolutely, it was awesome, and definitely check out the full video. The full episode at Jonathan Bird's Blue World. I added the link in the description below. But like I said, this is not the first time we collaborated or dove with Jonathan. He's awesome. He's coming to the meetup as well, by the way, as
And
a
Todd,
speaker.
and
Second
Todd.
time, and this time with Todd. But we have collaborated with him in the past, and I'm going to leave a video right here so you can check out another one of the dives that we did together.
But
Were you there?
Jonathan? Yeah, I mean, I made the end of this one. Let's go back.